My name is John Robertson, and I'm a Human Resources Director for UPS. I have responsibilities for leading human resources teams across the western half of the United States. So it's some 125,000 UPS employees from Chicago west across the organization. And my work really is with the human resources functions in each of those different geographic breakdowns across the western half of the United States. And I try to provide guidance to the HR teams and oversee overall HR processes across that space. Well, having the third space defined as it is, in this forum, I think is really an excellent way to capture what is kind of elusive. In our organization, we are very focused on the need to develop leadership, and how you define that leadership is sometimes hard to put your finger on. But the third space, I think, is an excellent way to articulate that, and a way that we can potentially utilize those kinds of attributes, if you will, or leadership perspectives to incorporate them in the development of people who may become future leaders at UPS. Wow, I think it's hard for me to categorize individuals, young individuals in any particular bucket. I know you hear so much about millennials, and they have a certain set of tendencies or a certain set of expectations that you might associate with millennials versus Gen Xers. Right. I kind of hesitate to go there, but in my area of responsibility at UPS, I'm really more concerned about what the person brings to our organization, and that should be cross-generational. And effective leadership, the ability to effectively communicate and achieve the mission and strategy that we have, I think is really more important than the generation that a particular person might represent. Well, I think the event today here with the forum at Annenberg is an excellent example. Having the kind of open discussions about the third space talents, if you will, is an area that may often be overlooked. In my business, we talk so much about specific plans, specific results, profitability measurements, and oftentimes managed by exception for specific processes. And the dialogue about individual talents, personality attributes, or leadership perspectives that are captured in the third space is something that doesn't come up in conversation often enough, particularly when we're talking about identifying people with ability to be leaders in the future. Well, I think one of the most important things that's been a part of my career has been the ability to interact with people in all types of situations, across generations, across cultures, and be able to find commonality with people. It's particularly important as a human resources professional, but also as a leader in developing teams, being able to articulate a vision and pursue a strategy in a way that I'm able to connect with people so that they see the genuine nature is what I hope to be able to portray in my leadership style, and that's been pretty successful for me. I see a lot of that defined through some of the components of the third space, and so maybe with more awareness, I can hope to develop that a little bit more and try to model that for people who work as part of my team. Well, I think Dean Wilson is really on to something, and he's been able to capture in a concise and understandable way this concept that he's calling the third space. I think it's a simple message that will resonate with people, you know, across business, but also across a lot of different aspects of leadership. And so, you know, I certainly look forward to finding a way that I can stay in contact with Dr. Wilson, and maybe be a part of, you know, what seems very, very simple, but is actually really innovative, and you know, and help spread the message, if you will, of the importance of, you know, what might be called soft skills, right, but are really, you know, the heart and soul of leadership when you get down to it, and that's the ability to connect with people.